Good to see you, ladies. Uh-oh, I don't have all my lights on. Just a moment. I'm like, why do I have a shadow over my face? There we go. Much better. And so, hey, Mary. Happy Halloween. Yes. Um, Again, I haven't really decided what I want to make, but I had made a sort of design with some stuff from Chris the other day. And I thought maybe we would see about making it today. But it's a pretty little necklace that I think will look cute. Oh, now I don't know about better than a Snickers bar, Mary. I don't really celebrate Halloween a lot. I used to more when my grandson was younger, but I haven't really celebrated it for some time now. Um, which is probably just like sacrilegious to my best friend from high school because she's really, her and her daughter are really into Halloween, but I'm not, so sorry. Anyway, I've got some beautiful pieces from Chris that I thought that we could put together here. And I like a Snickers bar sometimes myself. So now I showed these yesterday, but these are the ones you were talking about, right, Leanna? That you liked this pair of cha-cha earrings with the sea glass? Yeah. Hey, Tammy. Hi, Anita. So, these are pretty, and I really like them myself. They are heavy. I will say that. But I think they turned out really good. This video from when I made these live when I was down at the beach, and I actually accidentally erased the video, and because it was live, I couldn't replace it. So unfortunately, it no longer exists. But so for those of you who are members and couldn't find my members live yesterday, I did have one. The problem is I don't. Yeah, hi Rory. Yeah, he is chalking this morning. I don't know what happened. I did do a YouTube live. I made a bracelet. Where'd I put it? Here it is. I used the braided Ceylon that I had braided some time back and did this macrame and carnelian bracelet. And since I didn't have enough of the braided to do the tie down, I did braid that on the live too. So I'm not sure what happened, whether YouTube did something funky weird or what. I did find the video myself, and it is in the members only playlist. So if you want to go back and watch it, it is there. So it showed up on your stuff this morning. How very weird. I don't know what went on with it. Like I said, when I first looked, I didn't see it, but then I looked again, and then I found it then. Don't I do something with the rat tail braiding? Yes, I do. Actually, the base of this was rat tail. I just used the braided Ceylon. I wanted to see how it would work. So that's the rest of it is braided Ceylon, but it can be done. And you can macrame it with the rat tail, or you can macrame it with, well, you can macrame with just about any string. I think the rat tail makes a really pretty bracelet, but you can do it with just about, you can macrame with just about any string. It's just going to be, you did find it yesterday, Tina. Okay. But anyway, as I was saying, it was really weird because when I went in first looked for it, it wasn't there. But the next time I looked, it was there and it was processing. And I'm like, what the heck is this thing doing? I don't understand what's going on here. But I don't know. Sometimes, sometimes things like that are an internet issue and sometimes they're a YouTube issue. And I don't know what was going on yesterday. I just know nobody ever showed up. So something didn't go through, right? But it did record, so. If you wanted, we could do a macrame bracelet, a new macrame bracelet right now. I've got all kinds of colors of rat tail. Yeah, exactly, Mary. It's great when it works really good, but when it doesn't, it's like, what the heck are you doing? I'm not sure what you're doing to us here, but it's not what we want. But so anyway, we can work on a macrame bracelet with the rat tail, or we could make this necklace with the stuff I have from Chris. So I'm going to let you guys vote. I'll give you a little bit of time and you can do that. I know that Chris said she bought some rat tail and Beth said she's got some. Okay, Tammy would rather have the necklace. Beth would rather have the macrame. We need a few more breaking votes here. Necklace. I have some things that I got from Chris when she was my beading buddy. And I was thinking we'd make a necklace with some of it. One of the things is this beautiful pendant. This is the pendant for the necklace. If we go for the necklace, you want to see your beads. Okay, looks like many votes for the necklace. So I guess we're going with the necklace. And let's turn down and I'll show you what I was thinking we'd do with it. Okay, here we go. Here is the pendant. Isn't it beautiful? Now, I don't normally use pinch bells. Well, I made the triangular pinch bells the other days, and we did use those, or jump rings. I'm going to leave this in place. It's already done up. It looks really cool. I like this bell. So this is our middle piece. And then we have these wonderful, I love these. These are one of my, I love this shape. These are known as dog bones. Anyway, that's what I've always called them. And we have some beautiful leaves. Not remember if I had 4 or 6 in this. I took a picture of it, but of course the picture, I printed it and it's in my bedroom. I never brought it out after I printed it, so maybe I'll go get it so you can see what I plan on doing. But I sort of, actually, the green beads were a secondary decision. I hadn't originally planned to put the green beads in, and then I thought, well, maybe it needs a little bit more color. Not all 5, just 4. Okay. So what I was thinking I'd do is we were going to take, okay, that goes straight into there. So I'm going to have to either put some little seed beads or something to keep it, or just put an extra one in there. Maybe we'll just do that. We'll just let it go inside. And that will fill up the bale. And then on either side, dog bone. Okay, let's go up there. And then we're going to hang the leaf. Well, since its hole is right here, it's going to hang like this more. Now, I'm not sure about putting 6 on here. It may just be 4 because we're going up a ways already and I don't want to overdo it. But and of course, I got to get some spacers out. Now, my decision with the green is not set in stone. What I had thought I would do is put some green in here on either side of the orange to give it some more color. But at the same time, that then makes it be longer, of course, as far as the spread of the leaves. Might be better if we're going to put some green in just to put it here on either side of our orange bead. That still gives us a little bit of extra green in here, but at the same time, it doesn't overpower the other stuff very much. So you guys go up here. Depending on how long I make it, I could put, like I said, a second set of leaves, but I'm going to follow this pattern. So the next thing up would be the dog bone and then this coin. Well, and the green, since I think it needs that little bit of green. Yes, a fall, sort of a fall colors necklace. That's true, Mary. So up here with you. Now we did have some more champagne colored coins instead of the orange, but I think I want the orange because of the brightness of the color. I think it works better. So see, I need some. No. Softflex needs the orange. They used to have orange, but I haven't seen it for a long time. I wonder if I have one in my box I found the other day. Oh, I do. Cool. Ta-da! It's called Citrus. Oh, it's Citrine, I should say. Of course, this is a discontinued color. So oop, come here, baby. Now, this is one of those necklaces that I think would be better shorter as opposed to longer. And now we've got to a spot where I need to have one of those leaves ready to go. So, oh, come on, where's the hole? There we go. So it will, this portion will look like this, and then it's going to have the leaf dangle, and then the next orange will go in and then down to this section again. So we'll put a bead stopper on here, set this aside to a degree, and we're going to get some wire out. Don't need a lot. I'm just going to make a simple loop on these, a simple little wrap on these, just to go through and then come up and wrap to a loop so that we have a way to hook the leaves on. So 4 of these for now. Oops, dropped one, but that's all right. There we go. There's 4. So I'm just going to make a bow, sort of. Put our leaf inside here. You know, I want the leaf to be able to move more than that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out just a little bit here so I can, I'm going to take my, where are you babies? There they are. Flat nose pliers. And right here where the leaf will sit, I'm going to make a flat spot. And then we'll go up on either side. And in this regard, it will let the leaf swing around if it wants to. Come on, let it go on there. There we go. It's actually a little bigger of a flat spot than I really wanted, but we'll see how it works. Yep, it is a little bigger than I want. If I keep mangling this wire, I'm gonna have to give me a new one. That's all right. It's not that bad. Actually, let's start with a new one. And instead of using these flat nose, which have a larger nose, I'm going to use this pair. They have a much smaller nose. So we'll go up on either side with this one. So this should be better for the leaf to sit on because it should be about the right distance here. Come on. Just let the leaf go on. Now it won't want to go around the corner, so we'll have to straighten it a little bit. So it will. Come on. You can go around there. There we go. Then you just push it back up. And that lets it swing. So that's enough. So then we're going to bring this down here. And this wire will turn up. And then this one is going to turn over more. And in that regard, it's going to become like I would any wrapped loop. So we'll hold it right here. And we'll take our pliers and we're going to wrap it once around. Since this is the front, I'm going to bring it around one more time to go towards the back. Cut this off. Then we're going to go up here. And since we want this to sit onto our wire like this, our loop has to go this direction. So we're going to just bend it over. We'll get our step to bell making pliers, go in here, up and around and over. Bring it around here. Now, as you can see, I have a big, come on out of there, a pretty good sized place to wrap right here. If you didn't want that big, you could have bent it up a little closer to the wire here. Or if you wanted, you could have put a little bead in there. I'm just going to wrap it till it meets its buddy down here below, which is right there. go just a little bit further, it looks like. I wonder if it'll take even one more wrap entirely. Let's see. Oh yeah, it looks like it will. Or close onto it. Carefully cut this off without cutting your loop. I have cut my loop before. That's sort of heartbreaking when you get that far and then you cut your loop off. So then this little leaf will move, is a little mobile, not really atrociously mobile, but it is a little mobile. So then it will slide onto our wire right here. And it'll sit right here. Now, if you wanted to, you could put more spacers in here so it looks like a double or a triple spacer here, like I would possibly put this, then this, then this. So it has more of a spacing between our, get back out of the way, between the orange beads, because the next one of course is this one. Now I pulled that out from away from the necklace quite a bit with my wraps. You don't have to put that many wraps between if you don't want it to dangle be as far back as mine is here. Going to the Kansas City Gym Show. Hey, Carolyn. And now we need our next leaf on here. So there is going to be quite a bit of gap between the leaves. And if you didn't want that big of a gap, you could always not make that big of a gap by taking, a few things out from in between here. But it's time for our next. Okay. When you put this on, make sure you, if you do something like this, make sure your leaf is going the right direction, because there is obviously a front and back of these. You want to make sure you got your front here. Now I think this leaf is going to be a little closer to the pendant than I want, so I'm going to put green bead here. This orange is the one that goes inside, is going to fall inside the crystal, the holder here. Though it doesn't look like it really wants to right now. So I think in my package of beads there were some smaller. There they are. There's some smaller little orange ones, so we'll put some of these smaller orange ones, these little bicones, inside the carrier here. A couple, 2 or 3 of them should be good. That's more than we need. Oops, I forgot my orange bead right here. That's not good. It's a pity I don't have 2 more of the orange coins, and I might consider putting an orange coin here beside our bell. But I don't. So those have to go up the side over here. I do have some champagne colored ones, but that will sort of mess up our pattern somewhat. So let's see what it looks like here when we get this on. Let's see what it looks like. We may just want to switch our pattern out a little bit here. Come on. Oh, you bugger. Need at least 2 under the bell. Let's see if 2 is good or if it needs a 3rd one. Looks like 2 is fine. I keep telling myself to cut my nails and I keep not doing it. I should, because it's interfering with my grabbing my beads up. Then it's the jaw bone. This is where the next leaf would go. I've got to decide if this is how I want to leave it, or if I need to move, I want to have a little bit more something here, so the leaf doesn't drop as far down. Oh, it's all right. I think it'll be all fine. I think it's all right the way it is. I think we'll leave it. It wouldn't hurt to have something more, because then it would have more of the even spacing. But since I don't have more of the orange beads, the only way we could do that, if I decided to do that, would be to switch this orange bead for one of the champagne colored beads. And then move that orange bead down closer to the pendant. Well, Kimberly, have fun at the show. And I don't do anything with my nails. I just let them grow. Now, I want the color is the only thing, Beth. I want the orange. So I don't want to do that. So because I'm working off the spool, I'm going to take it off to right here, and we'll switch it out to that champagne coin and see how that looks. Get out of here, guys. If I like the champagne coin and then the orange coin down lower, then we will do it on the other side as well. So there's the champagne coin. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this same pattern down here, except for we're going to use the orange one again now. And that way we'll add the color down here at the bottom, and then we do a slightly wider spread between the leaves and the pendant that way. Oh, I put two spacers on there. Not that two spacers look bad. I like two spacers together sometimes, but they're nowhere else, so that would not be working. Okay, so now we're here where we would, I forgot the orange bead right here. Got to go put that back in now. Okay, now that puts as much distance between both leaves and brings the pattern all the way down here. So that works for me. And because this is the same color as our focal here, then it brings that color up from the focal up to the top too. So, but then we keep all our oranges and our greens to make this more of a fall color like thing. Okay, it's time to wrap the next leaf up. Hey, Sid. So, time to wrap this next leaf up. I do have 6 of them, so we could put another one here, but then I think it's too high because I'm going to make this into a short necklace. I don't want a really long necklace due to the fact that we do want the leaves to hang down some, and if we make them up there too high, they're going to be hanging down your back. So, not something we want to have happen. And of course, since I mangled that first wire, we're going to have to cut a new one. That loop went up a little higher than I wanted, and that's why I took my pliers and held them on the edge of our loop and then the edge of the other pair of pliers and cut those down. So
Whoa. You're too not good enough.
well, I have to pick that bead stopper off the floor after we're done here. Oops. Now see what I said about putting it in? Oh, it wasn't. I thought it was because when I first dropped it, it looked like it was upside down, but it's not. I have to get some more spacers out here. Now we're right here. So we go to the green and then the almond colored or the champagne colored crystal on this coin in this spot. So we're way up here. Spacers, get out of the way. We're way up here right now. And I'm going to have to get some more line out because we obviously are not going to make it up to there. So since I dropped one bead stopper, let's get a new one out. Then we're going to get some of our line off of here. Come on, you. That was Winter, in case anybody heard that kitty. Usually don't hear her during my lives because she only talks generally to my husband. But of course he's home, so she's trying to get him to pay attention to her. Now I think we're at our next leaf. Yes, we are. So, where did I put the bead stopper? Did I put it away? Guess I did. So we'll put that on till we get a piece of wire cut and a new leaf done up. Finn's getting himself in trouble. He's chewing on a hunk of cardboard and, well, he's chewing on a cardboard box is what he's chewing on. So we got to do our I think I bent that one up further this time than the other one was, but we'll make it work. Come on, go in the hole. I just busted the wire right there. Weird. Never had that happen before. But let's see if we can fix it or if I have to make a new wire. Not sure I can, the way it broke. So I think this is broken in a way I can't fix it. So we're just going to have to cut a new piece of wire. It's all right. This one does not want to have its wire. that's the second one I've messed up with that fourth one. It's all right. We have more. The only thing I can think of is that maybe when I cut the original cut that I nicked that piece of the wire down below, and then when I pulled it to get it more where I wanted it, it snapped where I had accidentally nicked it. So I can't think of the wire breaking otherwise. They tend to be pretty sturdy wires. So let go my pliers. And it wouldn't be the first time I've nicked a wire when I was trying to do a wrap or cut a wrap. Unfortunately. Okay. Wire number, leaf number 4 is on. Now I'm going to go up to where I stopped on the other side, and then we're going to measure it, see how long it is, and decide where to go from there. Okay, here we are. Where we stopped over here. And actually, we got a lot of extra line. Let's push it down this way so it's not right in the spool so much. Get over here where you belong. Let's see how long she is. Almost 18, but I don't think it's quite. No, it's only 16. Needs to be at least 18. But like I said, I don't think I want to put another leaf on because I leave it at 18. We'd put the leaf would go right here and it would be on your back. So I don't think we want to do that. So we need to do a little bit of a pattern though, at least to go so it goes a little bit further because we need at least 2 more inches, if not 3 or 4, depending on how long we want it to be. Like I said, I don't want it to be really long because you know what? I think I have this focal on backwards. Oh no, it's twisted right here. There we go. That's better. I want it to be at least 18, but I don't want it to be really long because then our leaves will fall strange. Well, no, they would. Trying to decide how long we want it to be. I was thinking shorter because we've got the dangles, but I just don't think we want it atrociously long. I wouldn't make it more than like 18 or 20. I think like 18, maybe 20. Hey, Brandy. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is we're going to do a triple spacer here, and then we'll put at least this little section up the other side here. So like this. So 1, 2, 3. And in this way, it sort of mimics where the leaf is at. Now let's measure it, see where it's at. Put that little bit on. Go from the end of this up to where the pendant is. We're at about 9 1/4. That bead sliding into the carrot bale. I was afraid it would do that, but let's push it back out. There we go. So let's get our wires up here, and we'll cut this one off of the spool. Come on, you. Oh, you're inside. Okay. So now we need to do this little section on this side. Now, do we want some more beads, or are we happy with the way it is? We do have 2 more of these coins. If we wanted to keep going, we could put the coin there, though then it's on the back, so I'm not sure I'd want to bother with putting one of those pretty coins on the back. Though we have these champagne beads that we could put in a couple where this coin would have been. Let's see how that would look. Let's use this side, it's got more line. Of course, on the other hand, once we put the clasp and stuff on, we have gained some more length as well. So 2 is about the length of the coin. So let's see how long it is with this little bit I put in and see if we want to go any longer or if we're good with that. Now that makes it be 20 inches. Do I want it to be that long? If I took it back to the green when it's 9 1/4, which would be 18 1/2, then with all of our hardware and stuff on, it would be 19. think we're going to add the length because when I hold it up, this one falls way up high, even a little tiny bit higher than my collarbone. So we're going to add this little bit here that I added over here and call it good. I could have put the coin in there, but then I decided I didn't want to do that because I do still have 2 of the champagne colored coins. And if I decide to make this some earrings, it would be good to have those coins for the earrings if I want to. Put them in the earrings. There you go. So I think we're going to call it good right there. And it's going to look like this. Upside down. Flip it. So what we need to do now is we're going to put stuff away. Then we just have to put on the back, which in this instance is going to be I'm going to put a lobster claw on, but I may add a little extender chain as well, just in case somebody wants it longer. So I'm going to get this crud out of my way here. See, I've got one of the orange and 2 of the champagne left. The 2 champagne we could do like an earring with like this section right here, or I could make a loop and use all of this section inside a loop, but we will see. I got enough to do that if I want to decide I want to do that. So we need to crimp this. Is it heavy? Nope, it's not heavy at all. So get a couple of crimp tubes out. I almost cut this line a little shorter than I like it for crimping, but we got it. Crimp. Now we'll see how many of these beads will slide up the line here. Looks like it might be going to stop the spacer here. Looks like so. That's all right. We'll just move this green one up, cut it off. Roll them around. Went through the spacer there. Surprise, surprise. Okay, now that I've got that where I want it, we'll put my thumbnail there so it gives us a little bit of space for our crimp, and then squish, turn, squish, squish, squish. Cut this line off. And now it just needs its jump rings, its lobster claw, and whatever extender chain I decide to use on it. You go that way, you go this way. Looks like so. I have a little extender chain here. Come on, you. Open up here. Has a little bell at the end. Jingle bells, jingle. Sorry. Now, this was a pre-made extender, so I didn't need to do anything with it. But frankly, if it hadn't been, I would have just got some chain that have good sized links like this, and then found a pretty to put at the bottom because I don't like just the chain hanging there. I find it to be boring, so I will always add a little something. So So it just needs its lobster claw and it's done. Oh, well, you got to pay attention to your company, Cynthia. Oops, I'm hourglassing. Well, while we're hourglassing, let's go get the lobster claw. Ugh. Okay, looks like we hourglassed for a minute. Sorry about that. Internet's acting up still, obviously. So I've got a lobster claw. It works good, so we're gonna put it on the bottom here, and then this baby's done. Is Lily in Rory's spot again?
No, he's climbing up the tower, griping about something.
Well, I thought maybe she was in this spot, and that's why he was griping. Okay, so there we go. We got our lobster claw on. We have our extender chain on. And our necklace is finished. Come on, baby, turn. There we go. Make sure my set screw is pretty tight there. Okay, so there is where it's at. And we have our necklace here. So as you can see, the leaves do hang down a bit. Not a great deal, but they do hang down a bit. My veil is slipped in over the rondelle. There we go. Got it fixed. So here's what she looks like all done. The upper leaf, see, comes up, was up here. And that is why I wanted that little bit of extra length, so that upper leaf wasn't right way up here. Because people with longer hair, if they don't have their hair up, it wouldn't show at all. So there is where it is. So I think it turned out quite lovely. I'm pleased with it. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed making this with me. I made these, all of these, except for the spacers, and of course the wire and things, were from my Beading Buddies gift from Chris, and I really appreciate it, and I think they turned out gorgeous. There are still beads in my pack, and I will probably use them on something else, maybe some earrings to match this, since there still are 2 coins left. There's also some leaves left if I wanted to use those. So we've been on for about an hour and a half, so I'm going to let everybody go. We'll talk to you all later. And I will have a recorded video from Softflex for tomorrow. And we're going to use a, I believe we're going to use a Gollum bead and the big pink ceramic beads and the gold, like woven beads out of the Jesse James bead pack to make us a necklace, a leather necklace. So we will see you all next Monday. And in the meantime, have a lovely weekend. If you celebrate Halloween, have a lovely Halloween, and hope you have a good day. Be careful out there if you go out driving, because, you know, there's going to be little kids everywhere, and you don't want to have any accidents. And if you go partying, you want to make sure that you get home safe from that. So we will see you all later, and have a lovely weekend. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. Bye-bye.